Yo, 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 what's up, fam? It's your boy CJ, and I got my boy Prince in the building. We about to go in with y'all today. What's up, Prince? How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling great, my brother. I'm feeling great, man. Thank you. Thank you to be here. So grateful to be here, my brother.
Bro, listen, you were vibing out to the music. I love it.
Oh,
I love
the
it.
music was fire. Oh, the music got my spirit going, brother. I loved it. I
Hey, come on, you
loved
like
that.
that?
Yeah, mm,
I need somebody to drop a beat, some lyrics on that though.
yeah. It's your boy, PT, coming in on CJ, the king of content creation. Let's go.
Hey,
Hey.
let's go. Let's go. It's a lot. I'm locking that in. I'm locking that in, bro. We got the vibes already. We locking it in. So Prince, listen, go ahead. Listen, you already got the vibes up. I'm cutting that out, just so you know. That's going
Hey,
on IG.
let's go. Let's go.
Tell the people who you are real quick before we get started, brother.
Hey man, I'm a young brother right here in Houston, originally from Nigeria. I help people improve their body, help them get into their dream body, their mind, improve their mind and their spirit. And one of the things that we focus on is making sure people's transformation journey is also fun. We believe in fitness shouldn't be just hectic, but it should also be fun. So this is a little bit about me. I'm also a gym owner. I never really focused too much on titles, but hey, that's what I am. So I'm a gym
Oh, come
owner,
on. Gotta give
transforming
yourself
people's
credit now.
life.
Give yourself flowers. It's okay. Pat yourself on the back a little bit.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I
No,
appreciate you.
listen, a dope creator, founder of an amazing now apparel brand, also gym, just a whole health and wellness lifestyle. Like I know, like health and wellness is super key to you, and like your passion to help other people is just like it just resonates from you everywhere you go, all times. And we appreciate your energy always, bro.
Hey, I appreciate you all, man. It's
Yeah,
a blessing. It's a blessing to share it, man.
and then listen, so one of the things too, because we're going to talk about a couple things, we're going to get into some health and wellness stuff in a little bit. We're also going to talk about creation stuff because you're a dope creator. And look, we already got people in the chat. My boy David Nelson said, "What's up?"
Let's go,
Duke,
David.
super dope content creator up in Boston.
Mm,
Says the goat is in the building. Yes, he is. I know he ain't talking
hey,
about me.
hey, that's you. I respect. Big respect, brother. Big respect.
All right, cool, cool, cool. So look, we even made look at this. Look at this cool flyer though.
Bro, you did your thing, brother.
Look, because we let's talk about this real quick. Because I wrote down some stuff, and we can just go
Okay.
back and forth. And you tell me, like, I'm bringing some topics, and let me
Okay.
know what you think on it. So when we talk
Absolutely.
about creating great content, takes more than just a great camera, right?
Yes.
So, like, when we talk about content, one of the things is like storytelling is super huge, and telling a story, whether it's in a short form, a long form, sometimes it's in a split series where it's like
Yeah.
told over different pieces of content. Like,
Yeah.
how important do you think that is when it comes to great content? And have you know, what kind of things do you think about when you're putting stuff together?
When I think of, I'll touch on stories because actually I'm currently in the phase where I am leaning more into stories. So I want to infuse stories in like pretty much everything that I'm doing. And one
Mm,
of the things I realized with stories is it's different when I just tell you, hey, CJ, you need to eat this, you need to eat this, you need to work out so you can transform your life. Than it is if I told you, hey, CJ, there was a time whereby I used to feel weak. There's a time whereby I used to not feel confident, whereby people used to bully me, right? Back in high school and college, I was just 18 years old and people used to bully me back then. I didn't feel confident. I didn't love what I looked like. I didn't even take care of myself. And one of the things I started to do was I just like, yo, I can't take this anymore, right? And I just want to change, and something has to change, right? And then I give you the story of how I changed, which is I started to eat healthy and I started to exercise relentlessly and just going harder. Anytime people try to bully me, I'll just go back in the gym. I'm facing my demons, and now I'm very confident. I'm creating the type of life I want to create in life,
mhm.
right? So that was two different ways of still sending the same message to you, but I put it in a story format. So someone is going to remember that story than if I just told you, "Oh, CJ, you need to eat, work out, and do this so you can feel more confident." But if I shared my story with you, also too, there's other people who might be going through the same thing, and they'll be able to see themselves in your story, and they can easily connect with it. So that's the thing with story that I'm looking to even improve more on it and lean more into this coming year.
Yeah, I love that. And like you said, it's like telling the story fully, because a lot of times in the our industry in fitness and health and wellness, where it's like you see before and after,
Yeah,
transformation, 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 but the story, because even like the pictures next to you, right? Pictures next to
yeah,
you, that's just part of the story. That's just the
yeah,
ending and the beginning and the end.
yes,
What about the other chapters?
yes,
And you're telling that you want to tell that in this by people speaking, by, hey,
yes,
what was the struggle? Man, it wasn't just like that. Like, there's
yes,
times I didn't want to do it. So
yes.
those are the things, those keys that are going to resonate with people. Like, man, like, okay, it's not just me feeling this way.
Right, right. No, that's huge. You brought up a great point, and why I love what you said is literally that's one of our plans. One of our plans is you see this transformation that you see is, you know, we what I realize is we post transformations, but we're not even maximizing the transformation that we're posting. We're pretty much just putting it in people's face and just helping people see, like, hey, people can start here and they can get here. But okay, what about the middle, right? What about all the things that happen in between? So one of the things we're focusing on now is, okay, let's slow that down. Let's take a client and actually document their journey, right? Let's take a client and show, like, hey, they weren't able to do this, but now they're able to do it. They struggle with this. Like, tell the story more. Like, take one transformation and know this person's journey and break that down. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
instead of just, this is the beginning, this is the end product. No, what happened in between, and people can really resonate a lot more. And I think that can even drive a lot of of ways to touch more people's lives and really get people to really get going in their journey. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a huge point.
That's super, super key. Like, so storytelling is one thing I wrote down. And so the next one I'm gonna write mention is camera angles. So like camera angles within the content, like it's not just about, like the days of just us filming straight on, set your tripod, just leave it there one way.
Yeah,
That's kind of boring. It's not dynamic enough, right? What talk about that?
man, CJ, I'm gonna tell you, I'm more of the very old school guy. I like the camera just in front of me, and I just talk to the camera.
Oh, okay, okay.
you know, but one of the things that I'm learning in this phase, in this whole content creation is, those angles matter, right? Because when I watch
Mm,
other people's videos and there's this angle and there's this other angle, my mind is tracing, like, okay, cool, I need to stay engaged, right? So I believe those angles help people stay engaged more because you don't know what's next, right?
yes.
So, and I also realize it also helps with capturing the essence of what's happening. Depending on what exactly you're even doing, it helps you capture the moment totally differently than if I was just recording a workout video of me just standing in front of you. But if I recorded it from this angle, maybe someone wants to see what it looks like from this other angle and
Mhm.
from this other angle. And it just bringing it all together just shows a full experience of exactly what it is, no matter how small or how big it is.
Yeah, and one of the things about and I know you said you're more old school, and that's okay. That's okay, because you're like, we're all growing. We're all like, even
Yeah,
myself, like
yeah,
I learn. Trust me, I'm learning this stuff every day too, bro. And it's like,
yeah.
I sometimes when you watch these shows on TV and you don't even realize they're doing this for a reason. They're
Yes.
doing, like, when you watch a Netflix show or you watch a movie, and
Mhm.
literally there's cut scenes like every 4 seconds, and
Yes.
we subconsciously just watch it and it's just seamless. But that's kind of how we want social media to be now, because
Yes.
honestly, when people just the still, I don't know what it is, but we're being conditioned to like things
Yeah.
just moving fast
Yes.
constantly. Like, it's almost getting to the point where I said something recently, like, I'm tired of short form content. I'm tired of short
I am.
spans. Like, if you can't, if trust me, if my content is good enough, I know I can hold your attention span more than 15 seconds. So I'm not even
Right.
worried about that.
Right.
I'm not even worried about that. But the
Yeah.
camera angles, what I'll do, just because it kind of does help sometimes tell the story, is it might
Hmm.
be facing me one way, then all of a sudden
Yeah.
it faces the side, then it faces the person behind me, or I'm facing, and then so
Yeah.
I do a lot of skits, so it makes sense for
Yes, you,
camera.
you you do a lot of skits. See that now, I don't fully understand the whole camera angle thing, and
Mhm,
that's something that I'm learning myself.
mhm,
Is how you, because say for example, right? I'm
mhm,
doing because I want to get on YouTube and start shooting YouTube content, right?
mhm,
Because I'm literally tired of short form, and I realize it's not helping my creativity. So I say, you know what? I need to be able to fully express myself and share the ideas and truly be able to help people at a different capacity, right?
Mhm.
So now, when I'm shooting this video where I'm communicating, I'm sharing an information with people. How do you get how do you get different angles if you are like sharing a message with the people? Like, how do you do that? Because I don't fully know how. I don't know how
Yeah.
to implement that. So if you can
So
maybe share
so
some
so
light on that.
I'll give you an example. And so there's a couple of examples. Let's say if I'm doing a skit, sometimes depending on the skit, if it's short enough, I will do the skit multiple times and just put the angles, the camera on a tripod and just
Mm-hmm.
film it 3 different times, right?
Mm,
3 different times. And so then I'll put it when I'm editing it, they laid on top of each other, like track on top of track on top of track. And I
yeah.
line them up with it exactly at the same point, and
Hmm.
then I'll just chop them up and then like take out the first 2 seconds of this one, first 2 seconds of that one, and then
Right, right,
so
right,
it
right,
just
right. And
seamlessly.
then
So then it's
I
kind of
see.
like all staggered, right?
Right.
But also with I do like I did a skit the other day with Coach Star. You might have saw where it was the caption was like I want to go to her twerk class or something like that, and it was
I
like
think so.
playing on like a guy want to sneak in her twerk class. So
Yeah.
what we did with that, and I showed her it was a little secret because it was cold as hell out there. And I was like, we need to get
Mm,
different angles and transitions. And it was more so about transitions than
okay.
angles. But it was like in Instagram Reels, you can do this with TikTok and others where you will set it, you have the sound you want to use. So I'll set it for like 2 seconds
Yeah.
to record for 2 seconds. That timer set for
Mm,
2 seconds.
mm,
So boom, we'll do what we're doing. It stops after 2 seconds.
yeah.
Then I'll change the angle, move the tripod or move it, something, set it for
Right.
another 2 seconds. Boom, boom,
Mm,
record those two. Do that like 4 or 5 times. Boom, you
gotcha.
got your 10 or 12 second reel, and it's
Gotcha.
already in line, and you don't have to edit it
Yeah.
in post.
Makes sense. So, quick question on that, right?
Mhm,
So now, when you do those different angle shots, right?
mhm.
Do you as a subject, are you changing your positioning with the same time where you're changing the camera angles, or that you're just changing the camera angle, but the position of the subject stays the same?
They usually stay the same,
Gotcha.
usually because you want that realism.
Mm-hmm.
And the audience will be smart. Like some of them, I'll record it almost be like cinematic, right? Some of these reels
Right.
will be like almost cinematic, and so
Yeah.
people can tell like, well, when he was looking this way, the locker room was behind him, but now he faces this way, and the locker room is like people are smart, and like you'll be surprised what people notice in those
Like
little
people are looking at
15-second reels.
everything.
I'm like, y'all some man, this audience is tough these days. Y'all want everything in 15 seconds. You want to understand everything. You don't want it longer than 15 seconds because then that's too long for you. You want all these
Right.
transitions. You
Yeah.
want it to be in 4K. You want the caption to be there so you can read it, but you
Yeah.
don't want the captions too big to cover up the whole thing. Like it's just like,
It's a lot. Yeah. It's a
so it's a balance, man. You just like,
it is.
but yeah. Does that answer your question on the camera angle thing, though?
No, man, that was good. That was good. I definitely can would take some of those and be able to implement for sure.
Let's see. Another one I'll throw at you would be originality. Like
Hey.
originality because like just because you have high quality content from a high quality camera, that doesn't
Hmm.
mean it's interesting. You know what
Big
I'm saying?
facts.
Like it's like I feel like it might look like everything else. I always tell people health and wellness is like the perfect example of the hardest type of content to make. And that's why I always think it's the challenge to me. Cause like any other industry, usually like with sports and all this other
Right.
stuff, there's always a changing story. There's always a changing
Yes.
dynamic. With fitness, it's literally the same thing that you're starting your journey, you're ending your journey. You're starting your journey,
Right.
ending your journey. And it's just different faces, but it's
Yes.
the same script. So how many
Yeah.
times can I show you a burpee? How many times can I show you a lunge? How many times I can put different music to it? I can
Right.
put different spin. But at the end of the day, it's a burpee. You can
It's a
call it what
breath
you
of
want.
it. Man, we trainers will mix it up in all different type of ways. It's still the same thing at the end of the day, man. You know,
Yeah,
no matter how many type of stuff you try to add to the exercise, it's still the same thing,
exactly.
man.
So the key, that's why I said creators like personal trainers who can create original classes are some of the
Hmm.
best creators because they have to
Yes.
have a bit like you're literally taking something that has been done a million times over
Yes.
and
Yes.
making it entertaining for a new niche audience. Because, like,
Yes.
listen, Tybo, like all this stuff has been
Ah,
around. It's the same stuff. Like,
same stuff, man. I mean, dude is. I don't know what they were on, but that guy had it down packed back then, man.
Yo, that was
He had it
genius what
down.
he did.
That was absolutely genius. We don't even do that these days, man. It's different now. But
But
I
I,
mean,
you know what
yeah.
he did though, as a marketing that a lot of people still forget these days, and that is, I mentioned it the other day on one of the shows, is that Tybo and a lot of these infomercial like stuff like Beachbody products like P90X,
Yeah,
Insanity,
T25.
all that stuff is
Yeah.
usually marketed heavily at nighttime. And
Mm,
for whatever reason, nobody
mm.
follows that model in the independent fitness space. No one does. But if
That's
you
true,
still look
man.
at Beachbody stuff today, they changed the name of it. It's like Body Eye. It's like whatever these
Yeah.
different all this stuff is always promoted at night. But when it comes to our stuff, like the stuff that we run, the small business,
It's
we're in the
daytime.
daytime.
Yeah, it's daytime, man. I think it's what we believe this. We believe the social media wants in this today's world. Because when you look at your insights, right, you probably see more people more active throughout the whole day than it is at nighttime. But I tested something out,
Mm,
sometime last year because I was just trying to test things out with the whole social media thing. Was I started to post at nighttime, and
mm,
I realized that for a good amount of time when I posted, not too late, but like say right around 8/9, people were on social media and people engaged with the content. I was like, wait, what? People
mm-hmm.
engage on social media at night, So I see how that can work, but I also feel like something that we sleep on is ads. We don't really run ads, man. Like we undervalue ads, and I feel like when you get into the world of ads, there's so much to it, right? There's so much more to it, and you're like, whoa, I can actually dictate the amount of people that I want to view my stuff, the amount of people that I want to engage with, the amount of people that will have access to see my stuff. Because social media might not, like Instagram might not take your content all the way to as many people as possible, but you use ads strategically to help you get it there, right? So that's something that I started to get into about the whole ads thing. So I never used to do ads at all. And I'm telling you, man, trust me, I have mixed feelings about ads too. And not to share numbers, but one of the key things I implemented. So I opened my business, and maybe we transition here, right? So I
Yeah.
opened my business in April of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
right? I opened my business April of 2022.
Congrats on that. First of all,
Thank
we're
you,
almost at
thank
2 years. We're almost at 2 years.
almost at 2 years, man. Almost at 2 years. And my first year, guys, man, I mean, I was just bleeding the whole time. Like money was just like, yo, in the hundreds of thousands, right? Money was just bleeding the whole time. And at 2023, we were on the verge of like, yo, I don't think we're gonna make it. Like early on in 2023, like it doesn't look like we're
Not
gonna
even a
make
year
it.
yet. Oh,
Not
right
even a
around
year
that year
yet,
mark.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And we're just like, yo, like we're content, like we don't have enough clients, we don't have enough intention, and we're not meeting our expenses on a monthly basis, right? And we're borrowing money around to try to make ends meet. We're trying to just pay this rent. I mean, we owed rent for like backdated for 4 months.
Mm,
It got to a point where they sent us an email that, look, if you guys don't pay your rent, like we're going to chase you guys out. Like you guys are going to leave.
mm.
And for me, that was like that I never get scared about anything. That was the 1 second I got scared, like, whoa, like you mean this place that we've built that people love and we're transforming so many people's lives. Like this is an amazing experience. This is home for so many people. Like,
Yeah.
are we just gonna abandon this and not go out with a
That's your
fight?
baby.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not fight to the very end of this thing. Like, we have to figure something out. And one of the things where we're like, yo, there's something like we've done everything that we know, but what's gonna help us get to where we want to get to is we need to figure out what is it that we don't know that's hurting us, right? So then we start to look into investing. All right, who is the best in the game? Who are the best people in the game? Who are the people really, really doing this thing? Like I'm asking around, I'm shopping around, I'm going all the ads that come. I'm watching all the videos.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yo, who can really help me here? Because I'm not trying to die. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to keep this alive. Like what we do matters a lot. Like this is people's lives here.
Mm-hmm.
And we literally we're working hard to find who would that be. And we talked to so many different agencies. We found this agency called Gym Launch.
Mm,
So they're a major agency in rebuilding gyms that's literally about to die, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going into their course. They had different systems in place. We learned so many different things. I mean, I was open to a whole new world. I was like, whoa, I didn't know these things.
Yeah.
Right. So because I didn't know these things, I was hurting because I didn't have the skill set. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the capacity to just do it.
Yeah, you can't know everything.
You can't. Exactly. And sometimes the things you don't know hurts you. So one of the things we did was we invested and we a bunch of the program. We studied everything. I mean, instantly, man. The following month, I literally went from making, say, right around like $8,000 in a month to instantly making like 18 grand a month, to instantly making like 20 something grand a month, to instantly making like 25 grand a month. I've never made that kind of money in my life. I'm like, whoa, like this is working, right? And everything just started to pick up with the gym, more people. Like we changed our system, but I would have never got in contact with these people if not for the ads. One, that they had. I would have never got in contact with them. One. Two was we also ran ads because our stuff was just not getting to the people that needed what we have, right? So and I believe in organic. I believe in absolutely organic, but right now, our social media is not getting it. So hey, if this is what you need to do, that's what you need to do.
It's so great. I'm glad you brought up that story, and it's like, and thanks for being that transparent, because like somebody else needed to hear that. Somebody else needs to hear that because.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna add to that real quick, and I'll let you finish. And this year we're able to double everything we did 4 times, so 4x everything we did in the first year, literally. So in 2023, we 4 times everything we did in the first year. I don't want to give numbers. I don't know what I feel, but again, we 4 times everything we did in our first year. We're able to catch up on debt, able to catch up on rent, able to catch up on so many different things, man. So again, that's my experience. So.
That's amazing. And I'm going to continue my thought on there, but I want to put this shout out here. Deborah said, I'll be catching the replay. Hey, Prince, my brother. Deb is in the building.
Love you, sis.
Let's go. So, yeah, it was like someone needed to hear that, because literally a couple of days ago, like one of my buddies, his name is Don Digital. He runs meta ads for businesses 24/7. That's literally his whole job, right? And so we had this episode here. We were like, hey, run ads to your best content. Stop losing to the algorithm. And that's even something we even posted today. It was like, get your stuff in front of the people that need to see it. Stop rebelling. And so many times people would be like, well, why should I do that? I'm already posting all the time. And listen, social media is not quote unquote free. Like they try to still say it's free. It's really not free, but
it's not.
It's as free as it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So if you can't invest in ads now, it's only going to get more expensive over time.
It is. And I'm not happy that I didn't catch on to this much earlier. Yeah, we should have caught on to this like years ago, man. I mean, ads should be cheap. I mean, now it's way more expensive now, and there's still not a lot of people on it. It's crazy. But I can tell you this, trainers need to get on it. Trainers don't even get on ads. Most trainers don't do ads. They need to do ads.
Now, I will say this too, and because I want to ask you about some other stuff in fitness before you get out of here, and that is, it is tricky with ads for fitness professionals sometimes because of the restrictions that Meta has, and there's certain keywords, certain things you can't promise in the ads, certain things like clothing that you may or may not be wearing, like it sometimes get flagged for instance, like, wait a second, I'm just shirtless and I'm doing push-ups, and like, no, you can't. It's tricky, but I know you guys, you look at it like, it's annoying. You got to do it.
You have to, man. I'm sorry, man, but you have to. Like one of the biggest pain people face is actually the pain of ignorance. When you have ignorance, you don't know what you don't know, so you stay in the certain world of what you're doing, but when you actually know more, now you realize, damn, why didn't I just do it? Why didn't I actually go study and learn from people who understand it? Or why didn't I just gain more knowledge about this? So I would actually have more access. So everyone, Alex Hormozi typically says this thing whereby you are where you are because you're failing to invest in the skill set that you need. So if you wanted to break the $1 million gap, you need to invest in a program or in some form of agency that can teach you, that can help you bridge the gap, so you can get the skill set to be able to make that $1 million. So if not, you're going to still be in that same bracket. So
And here's a little quick thing too before we transition to your clothing brand, and that
Yeah.
is when you invest in these programs, that's going to teach you whatever it is you don't know, or whether it's ads, whether it's content, whether it's whatever. Like even when they come to like places like Fitness on University, which we created, it's like you still got to do the work, and you got to trust the people and the programs and like what you invested in. You had to trust it and do
Yes.
it for it to
Yes.
work. Like
Yes.
just watching it and just listening, and hell, just even watching this on YouTube right now,
Yeah.
you have to do something. You have to give it time
Absolutely.
to work, and don't try four things at once.
Right.
Focus
On
straight
one thing,
ahead,
straight. Yeah.
do what they told you, and give it time to work. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? That's the
Yep.
key.
No, huge point. I mean, dude, if I tell you how much I practice, I
Mm,
mean, people are not gonna understand. Like, yo, I had to literally. I understood at some point, like, yo, the gap between me getting to where I want to get to is actually me improving my communication skills
mhm.
and be able to actually reach the people's hearts and listen to them, right? So I had to practice scripts. I had to practice understanding my audience, study how these people think. Like I'm literally practice. I'm going over objections. I'm going over different things that they will say to me. I'm recording it. I'm writing on the board. I'm going through different frameworks. I'm studying this thing all day. I stay up at night reading. I'm reading. I'm studying. I'm recording my like you practice over and over before I can improve that skill set. And I want to be the best in whatever I do. So, you
Oh,
have to still do that work.
these are some gems, bro. And so you just being a creator, because on the show we don't just talk about content creation and just create like, but creators in general. And you're a creator not only of a gym, but also this hoodie right here. This I hold on, let me do this microphone so you guys see. Tell people what this actually means and what it stands for.
It's very in very simple terms. I am is simply it was created with the act of just be you. That's literally what it was created from. And when I say just be you, I mean like I am itself is God, and we are all versions of God. And whatever that version that you were designed to be, whatever it is that you were created for, like you need to embody that. Like you need to be confident. You need to confidently walk in that. So that was what the brand was created upon. So when you see this blank here, it's I am. When you get this hoodie, it comes with a mark and you get to write who you are on it. Right. So who you are from time to time might change, but it's also about just evolving that being that genuine original creation that God created you to be. So every single day I'm striving to just be who God designed me. So I want to push the boundaries as much as I can because I don't know. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stay limited to thinking I'm just this because you're so much more.
Do you remember when you asked me that question in 2021? What I told you?
I believe you told me I am I am a I think you said I'm a content creator. I'm a creator.
Yes.
There you go. That's it.
I
That's
said
it.
I would create, and that was before I created CJ the Creator, before I created that username.
Yes, I remember you
And it
created
was
that.
before I like literally, and like we talked about earlier, creating this platform, creating like literally so that's what was literally in my head. That's what I wrote down, and I was here. And by the way, I didn't have this hoodie then. This hoodie, like
Mm,
this is my. I might be honest with you. Let me just plug this hoodie real quick. I'm telling you right now. I was on the phone with Greg from Ebony Fit Weekend just
mm,
yesterday. I was like, bro, I was like, I need my hoodie. I was like, it's so cold and I haven't had my I am hoodie. You know, that's like
yeah,
my favorite. I was
that's
like, I don't know
yeah.
what the hell kind of quality he got on here. This is some good stuff. And I literally was like, where is it? So I had to go. It was in my storage unit upstairs.
Mm,
And so I went and
wow.
got it. And I literally said, look, I don't even know if you believe me. I'm gonna send you the text. I sent him a video. I was like, I found my
Yeah.
hoodie. I was like,
Wow.
so yeah, I was excited to have it. So I
Amazing,
wore it
man.
yesterday and I
Love,
wore it
love.
today.
Love, man. Hey, trust me, that's something that happens with a lot of our clients, a lot of our family, a lot of our members. They just want to get more, and they get to wear it multiple times. Like, man, this is like I just want to wear it all the time.
Look, you
I
got
got you,
love in the
Denver.
chat. You got love in the chat from Luna.
Let's go, Luna. I see you.
Listen, she said, and so, and Luna said, Deb said, I need a new one.
She said like 3 times now. I got you, Deb. I got you. She
I
said,
need
you
a new
notice
one.
this? I got you, Deb. Bet.
Hey, by the way, tell people where they can get one.
So right now we're currently doing pre-orders. So you can get one directly through me. So just go to my Instagram, DM Prince Tunde, and I'll get you one. We'll get you too.
Luna, look, everybody's selling. I need an affiliate link. Everybody
I
trying to
got
get
you. So hey guys, trust me, just give us some time. We're currently working on our clothing line and the online platform. So once we get that going, definitely, man, we would definitely want to have affiliate links and get everyone on board.
So
Stay
listen,
tuned.
I know you're about to wrap up and jump out real quick, but we gotta have you back sometime, bro. We gotta have you back
Absolutely.
sometime.
This was fun. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And so, real quick,
man.
before you go, tell people everywhere they can follow you, connect with you, subscribe. But by the way, I know I got to do something. I got to do something real quick. I got to do this before you, literally before you go. So I was like, I got to put a little bit of pressure on you, bro. I got to put a little bit of pressure on you because what we doing with this YouTube channel? I
know, man. I know. Hey, remember at the beginning of today's show, I said I'm looking to get into YouTube because we've not been on it for some time now. So
yeah, 1 year.
Stay tuned now.
1 year to be exact.
Hey, stay tuned though, for real. Stay tuned. I literally have a whole plan, have my goals, everything set, and stay tuned, man. We're about to turn up on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Banners, all that stuff. It's coming.
You got the
eye. Oh yeah. So next. Oh, I guess. So next time you come, it's gonna be up there, or is it gonna take a little bit longer?
No, it'll be up there.
Okay.
It'll be up there, like next week type of thing. I'll put.
Okay. So yeah. So when you want to debut, you come right here. We'll debut it. We'll pull it up and break it down. And then Luna just says, "Wow, not 1 year." Okay, we got we ain't gonna put my boy. I put him on blast enough. I put him on blast enough. The pressure. So people looking for it now.
Yeah. No, I got you, man. It's coming. I promise y'all. It's coming very soon too. It's coming very soon.
Cool. And so they can follow you on what platforms?
So you can follow us on Instagram. Instagram right now is our main primary platform. We're looking to diverse into other platforms, but on Instagram you can find me at Prince Tunde, double E at the end. So Prince Tundee. You can also find the gym, which is Ilekan, is ILEKAN Athletics. All right. You can also find us on TikTok. Same thing, Prince Tunde, double E at the end. You can find us Ilekan Athletics on TikTok as well. You can find us on YouTube. Even though we only have one video, we're going to have multiple videos very soon. So, so hey, that's the YouTube right there, and we're going to have multiple videos on there. So you guys stay tuned. I'm super excited about YouTube, and mostly because I've not been able to share so much with Instagram, and so I really feel YouTube is going to give me that freedom to truly express.
Look at this dude. This dude is famous. He's all on YouTube, but he got to put these videos on his page. Right. Yeah, all on here. He on everybody else's page.
Oh man.
But it's all good though. It's all love.
It's coming.
It's all love, bro. And I know you gotta run, so I appreciate it, bro. I don't listen. They don't know. Like you've been in the gym all day for I don't know how many hours. You finished a class. You hit me up. You jumped on here. You stayed in the office late, so we appreciate you, bro.
No, I appreciate you, man. I mean, hey, I couldn't say no when you asked me, man. So you know what I mean. So I just want to say thank you so much. This was great. I learned a lot, and I hope I was able to share a few things that maybe helped one or two people out here. So
you definitely did.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And tell some people to subscribe. That way.
Hey, let me get into that flow. Hey, so if you guys enjoyed our videos, future videos that's coming, please go and subscribe to Lake Athletics, and can't wait to connect with you guys on there as well.
There we go. Forget to follow. I need you to subscribe. There we go.
Subscribe. Yeah. Don't worry. Subscribe. We need the subscription.
All right. Later, Prince.
All right. Later, y'all. Have a great one.
Peace. All right. So that was our boy, Prince Tunde. Listen, when I tell you, like, that was super, super dope. I'm super excited. I loved it. One of the topics we were keying in on today was creating great content. Takes more than just a camera. So let me just go through the list real quick of some things we talked about, and then we're gonna keep it rolling from there because I know you guys that tuned in a little bit late may have missed it. So we talked about storytelling is super huge when it comes to creating great content. You can have a 4K camera all you want. You can have the iPhone 15. You can have all this other stuff. If you don't have great storytelling in your content, then I mean, what are we doing here? People staying around for the stories. They want to be entertained. That's going to hold their attention. Don't just be boring with your content. Give somebody some type of entertainment value through it. And by the way, I have my notes here so you guys know. These are not top of my head. These are things I really thought about. Camera angles. Camera angles are, super key when we talk about transitions, when it talks about holding people's attention. Split seconds, like every 3-4 seconds, changing the camera angles. Those are some of the things you don't want to forget. Whether it's having a tripod and moving it in different places, or even doing the multiple takes over and over and over, as we talked about earlier. If you add special effects to your videos, special effects where you can use InShot or CapCut or hell even Canva, and if you need help doing that, let's do that sometime on Canva, where we can show you how to add special effects and add different things to the actual video. The And then also branding, like colors and logos, things like that, kind of make your content pop a little bit more. So I don't know about you guys, but I like the purple, right? That I've been using for this whole show, Create with CJ. Like, if you look to, I think it's this way, the purple, like even this background and all the stuff that I've been like showcasing, like I love the purple background. Let me do it this way so you can kind of see even the surrounding here. When I do it this way, like the subscribe button is purple, the keyboard in the background is purple. Like that in itself adds a depth to the content itself. Because like, look at this. When I go full screen, yeah, it's cool. The background, you see all these lights and all the stuff that's going around. You see the camera here streaming. All that stuff is kind of cool, right? But the detail of the actual colors and the branding and the slides, like little things like that, you kind of see the logos, like it adds value to the content. So think about that as well when you're posting your stuff online. That stuff does add value. Give value in your content, like speaking, like answer questions for people, where it's not just sell. Let's say if I'm selling a t-shirt, I don't just want to just sell the message on the t-shirt. I might tell people, hey, did you know that let's say if I'm selling this hoodie, okay, cool, the I am message is cool, but maybe I can also tell them the value of why I should get this type of hoodie because of the cotton that's used in it or the materials in it, and then tell them, say, hey, this might be $30, but someone else's might be 20 or 25, but they're using stuff that's going to shrink, and let me tell you why it shrinks. And did you know it's only going to last 20 different washes before it fades, but this is going to last 100 washes? Like, give me the details, the value, and tell me why. And that's just a quick example of giving value in the content. It's something instead of just sell, push, ask them to subscribe. Like, I'm not, when I promote even this on Instagram, I'm not just saying subscribe. I'm letting you see clips from this show to see why there is value in it. And then it's like, oh, maybe I should go over there. Maybe I should go ahead and subscribe to CJ and finally listen to him after he's asked me 1,000 times. But I had to hear something first of value before I actually did it. Originality. Don't just go ahead and when you're creating this stuff, please copying trends like we talk about. It's cool to kind of like say, hey, I like that music, I want to use it for myself, or I like a concept like that one concept. I forget who knows in the chat what concept, whose song that is, where everyone's holding the camera on the ceiling and then they start dancing. Everyone dances around it and goes on the floor. Some of the girls twerk. People are doing all these crazy things or whatever. And it's like, I can't remember who makes that song, but either way, it's a trend, right? Okay, cool. That's a cool trend. That's fun to jump on. But when it comes down to just doing everything that everybody else is doing, you're blending in. You're like, how about making that different? How about using that sound, tricking them to think you're going to do something with it, but you don't. You do the opposite, right? Like, stand out and be original, because at the end of the day, then everybody's just still swiping. They might laugh at it. They might, whatever, but it's not moving them. It's not something they're going to remember because it's like it's blended in with everybody else. But there's certain things that you can do that people will remember. That's what you want. User generated content. People listen. There's times where people will like, I would say, artificial created stuff, but most people are liking the originality, stuff coming from people, stuff with real people. Like, I remember that whole wave where everybody was using the AI to kind of make these cartoons of everybody, making cartoons of your face and all these different places and stuff. Look how long that lasted. That was a little fad for like a couple of days, and after a while, I was like, "Really? Is this what this is what we're doing on the content? It's so boring. It's just like a picture of you and literally creating all these things." To me, I never did it. Like, you've never seen me do it, because to me, it was like, Why am I gonna? Everybody else has done that. Why am I gonna do that? I had no interest in doing it because everybody else was doing it. Like I just did my own thing. So because I know, so the algorithm is filled with all your ugly cartoon faces. Yeah, I said ugly because those things are all stupid, ugly AI generated cartoons. While you guys are filling the algorithm, the feed with that, the algorithm is just filled with that crap. I posted my stuff and my engagement went up. I wasn't messing with that AI stuff. But this is give me an example. You don't have to feed into the trends 100% all the time. And also when you making content, this is another thing, creating great content. The greatest content, think about it, especially on YouTube, and it's not just YouTube, but in other places as well, that's searchable is evergreen content. Stuff that people are going to look for later. They're going to type into the chat bot, into the search bar and look for. So if they're going to look for, an event that happened or your product or a certain title or a certain question or something that you answer, those are the things that's really going to send out that evergreen content. That's what you really want. That's when it's great. When you can look back and say, man, I'm still getting views on something from years ago. I have literally made a gym review, for example, and I'll give you guys an example on YouTube for the gym in New York City. It's like a Lifetime Fitness. It's where LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, a lot of NBA players and stuff, and a lot of them in the offseason will play basketball and hang out. Well, at that gym, you really can't get in without paying like crazy membership, over $200 something a month. Well, I went in and did a whole review for it. There was no review for it on YouTube, so I went ahead and did one. And I did that so many years ago, maybe over 5. And that thing is still to this day getting comments, views. It's in the thousands of views because it's evergreen. Why? Because as long as that gym is there, somebody before they go, or maybe they haven't never been and they just want to know what it looks like, they're searching for that gym on YouTube. So that's why I went ahead and created that, for not only for my experience, because I'm always gym hopping and showing people experiences all over the world, but it's also, I knew that someone's always going to be searching for that. Uh, yes, Luna says CJ dropping the gems. I appreciate it. Yes, that's what we're doing here. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to add, let me know. I'm about to check over here. I see you, Allison, in Instagram land. I'm gonna drop you on Instagram. Join us on YouTube over here. I gotta check something on my phone because if you guys have any questions, drop in the chat. I want to pull up something real quick because there was somebody in the who sent me a DM early today. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Hold on, let me pull this up here. Let me show you. She watched the show, and I want to see if I can answer her question live on here. But I told her I would. Let me pull it up here. She asked me because it was something around TikTok. And I said I would answer it on the show tonight. I don't want to disappoint her. Man, I feel bad that I'm not finding it here. Let me move this over here. So I think she was asking me about removing a watermark on TikTok. Man, where is it? I feel so bad now. All right, so maybe I'm not gonna find. Oh, here it is. This is, so if you guys can see here, let me move this down. Boom. She sent me a message and I said, hey. She's like, hey, good morning, CJ. Do you have she said, hey, good morning, CJ. Do you have any idea how I can watch in regards to TikTok? Oh, you have a video I can watch in regards to TikTok removing sounds for stories. I said, hey, can you send me a voice note? So here's the voice note. What'd she say?
Hey CJ, good morning. I am so sorry to hop in your inbox again with questions. I was actually hitting you up to see if you had a video or if you had a live covering a subject of sounds being removed from people's videos on TikTok. So I post frequently on my stories on TikTok, but everything I've been posting, they've just been removing it. I don't have a business account because I think that kind of gives you less access to certain songs. So I have a content creator account. I don't know what the issue could be. I'm going to send you a picture. I'm also probably going to send you my link to my page so you can like take a look at this story. I don't know really what's going on. I'm thinking it's the app, but It's driving me crazy. And I've been trying to work on growing my account. So I'll send you a picture and you'll be able to see it at the bottom. But okay.
I'm laughing because because I'm laughing because we got Ace in the chat talking about she sound cute. I mean, no, I mean I'm not. I guess I don't even know if I should even put her out there right now because then she might get an additional follow. But yeah, there's another voice note here too. I don't know if I should. Let me see. Hopefully, I'm just doing after a couple. I'm hoping she don't say nothing crazy. Let's listen to part 2.
Oh, okay. I know what I forgot. So I was going to tell you, I actually updated my phone today, restarted my phone, updated the app, and did everything, and it's still doing the same thing. So I don't know what it could possibly be.
Okay. So what she's talking about is on TikTok, it removed her sound because of a certain copyright. Now with this is one of those things that's always going to be tricky. It's funny because I talked about this a little bit earlier on a different show earlier this week when I talked about using things that give you copyright approvals. I want to pull up that episode here so you guys can see it. But there's a certain program that I use. I think it's called Epidemic Sound that I signed up for. And let me pull it up so you guys can see. Like that's one of the reasons that I went ahead and signed up for this new program. It's not necessarily new, but it's new to me, right? And I signed up to this so I don't get copyright flags on TikTok, Instagram, etc. So let me show you this. This is what it looks like, right? So I go into here and I actually have access to all these songs, all this music without any type of copyright. So let me do it in incognito mode so that way you can see the boom. This is how it looks, right? Oh no, my fault. I'm actually sharing stuff on the wrong screen. Yeah. Got all the apps. Boom, there you go. Boom. Royalty free music for your video. So when you use Epidemic Sound, that's one of the things we were talking about. It keeps you from getting copyright restrictions, or I should say flags, on TikTok, on Instagram. Now, granted, certain songs over TikTok, even with this, you will get over 60 seconds on TikTok, you will get flagged. There's something with TikTok and their rights and restrictions. Maybe they don't have all the rights to the licenses and stuff, but anything over 60 seconds is at risk, a heavy risk of getting taken down, even if you put the music on there or not. Now, sometimes you can even find music that's on TikTok that may be somebody else is using. It's already a trend, and you just jump on it and use the music. It can still be taken down. So it has nothing to do with your account being a business versus personal and all that. Not on TikTok. That's not necessarily going to matter so much. It's more so is the rights given for TikTok? Is it over 60 seconds? And are the rights there? Is the artist claiming back the rights? Is it part of the library? Is it like there's certain even TV shows you would think like the old TV show sounds or movie sounds that will get taken down sometime because let's say Warner Brothers or Disney or whoever they want to take it down, they can take it down at any time. So to answer your question, and by the way, it was Nita. Thanks for sending in that question, Nita. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a direct answer on how to solve that. I'll look into it more. I'm gonna hit you up on DM after, still see if I can do more investigating, but I don't think there's really anything you can do to save that, or like once it's taken down off of your page, off of that video, you really might just have to repost it with a new sound, and just go from there because you can't just add a sound back onto an old post. Luna says CJ has all the apps. You got to when you're a content creator like this. You got to. I'm gonna give it like another 30 seconds. If anybody has a question in the audience, go ahead and drop a question. Other than that, let me just tell you what's to come, because what's to come and what we've already done this week. So this week, you just see here in the slide, we've talked to Prince Sunday. We talked about creating great content that requires more than a camera. We got more coming with him in the future. It sounds like he was super interested coming back. That was super fun. Appreciate him staying late. tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Saturday. Saturday, we're going to be talking about editing long form YouTube content with my boy Casey. Casey is a dope trainer up in, believe he's in New Jersey. He's gonna be coming down. It's coming down. Look, I'm so used to being in person. It's all virtual. He's actually be coming on to the show on Saturday at 12 noon. We'll talk about he's been building his YouTube page for a while now as well. I love his content. I've been connected with him for years. So bringing him to the show. So that's gonna be fun. Earlier, just yesterday, we talked about content creation tips that you don't normally think of, things that you just may not normally think of, random things. Earlier in last Saturday, we had Body by B. He came through. Like, that was a super dope conversation. It's like an hour and 40 minutes. We talked about everything from social media trends, weird social media trends on TikTok, to fitness influencers in Atlanta, free boot camps being a problem in Atlanta. Like, we talked about how he took his business from being in person to now, I think he has, if I'm not mistaken, over 50 online clients consistently now. Super successful brother. Super nice guy as well. And yeah, we also talked to Kiki Black early in the week, where we talked about staying in shape and getting in shape for 2024. So that was fun. And we got Don Digital. We've been reposting replays of him all week as well. So it's been a crazy week. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Listen, it's always fun doing this. I can't wait to do this again on Saturday. We got Casey coming back through, like I said. So if you guys have any questions, do like our girl Nita did, send me a voice note. I'll play it on the show. You can DM me. I will see you guys on Saturday. Peace.